The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Johnson dishes to Johnson. And that one's good. That moment when the Gasol brothers competed for the opening tip really was unique. It was the first time two siblings have ever started an NBA All-Star game.
And you could sense, Kevin, that the significance was not lost on them. They both talked about how much it meant to them. It was just a really cool moment to be a part of.
Not a fast start here for the East All-Stars. 4-point game. Johnson, good.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
And so here are the West All-Stars. Johnson attacking. Good on the shot. Johnson's got 7 points.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Johnson can't get it to go.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Now here's Cousins, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. And it's Johnson again missing. Johnson's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Johnson with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. And it's Johnson penetrating. The shot will not go. Nice D from DeRozan.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And if you remember last year, I mean, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 41 points, just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record. And I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP.
Now here's Johnson. 7 points in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's Johnson on the wing. Davis. Back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson against Johnson. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Johnson. And that's now 9 points for Johnson. That All-Star game scoring record of Wilt Chamberlain, which Westbrook came so close to breaking last year, has now, Greg, been on the books for over 50 years.
Unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, when Westbrook had that 27 points at halftime, I thought for sure that that record was going to go down.
Now here's Johnson. And stolen by Cousins. One-on-one here, and he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really...
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one would be worth some points in the dunk contest.
And guys, you know, we've had some all-star game shootouts over the years, but really nothing compares to what we saw last year. The teams combined for 321 points. That's just mind-boggling.
Scooped up. Johnson kicks to Johnson. Second shot opportunity. The West All-Stars pull it in.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
High post Cousins. On the wing, Johnson fires for three. And Johnson missing again. Greg, you brought up last year's game, that unbelievable 163-158 win for the West, and it was indeed the highest scoring All-Star game of all time.
Yeah, and I mean, defense has never been what the All-Star game's about, but that was out of control and made for one heck of a show.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be. Johnson
kicks to Johnson. And it's Johnson again missing. He's with the ball. They trail by three. Johnson, a wide open look. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
And you know, there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star game, but to me, the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made. 48. I mean, the teams, they combined for 48 threes.
And those 48 three-pointers you talked about, Greg, the previous high for threes in an All-Star game was 30. So that's what I call shattering a record, huh? Man, oh, man.
It was insane. And really, that speaks to the evolution of the game as well. The game has become far more perimeter-oriented in terms of the skill set.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. DeRozan's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. From deep three-point range, good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night, 5 for 10 shooting.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand. And you know, this game, yeah, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, and last year they got the job done again. So although it did come down to the wire, the end result still was Western Conference dominant.
Johnson from outside. Davis, the pass to Johnson. Johnson outside. Second chance effort. Johnson missing again.
Well, he's definitely got a shoot-first mindset right now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. endearing to your teammates, if you ask me. I mean, this is a game where everybody wants a piece of that spotlight. It shouldn't just be about him.
And although victory for the Western Conference has been a theme in the All-Star game recently, another train break that was repeated last year was the East digging a big hole for itself. And you and I were talking about this, digging that hole for themselves early in the game and then mounting a huge comeback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the East came back from 20 points down in the first half to tie it up in the fourth quarter. But once again, the comeback bid failed to come to fruition.
Back to Johnson, and stolen by Cousins. A shot by Johnson, no good.
A lot of great plays being made here on the defensive end.
That indeed is a rarity. The highlights are almost always on the offensive end of the floor in this event.
There's the triple. That is good. Johnson's got 17.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Another miss by Johnson.
This hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Johnson against DeRozan. Kicks it out to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A three from Leonard. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Rosen dishes to Johnson. Launches it. And it's Johnson again missing. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Cousins. And that's now 19 points for Johnson.
Outstanding pass.
How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. Screen by Cousins. And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got 22.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. I mean, he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far.
And the West All-Stars have possession. They lead by 7. Johnson kicks to Johnson. Fires from the corner. Not enough on that one as it misses.
This shot's it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. And you can see they're struggling from the field.
But still early. I mean, they've just got to trust their offense and work to get stops.
A shot by Johnson, no good.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
Taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
Johnson outside. It's rebounded by the West.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead.